Hi, my name is Victoria and today I'll show you how to become a web designer. Let's go! As more and more businesses aim to establish a strong digital presence, people are increasingly searching for professionals to design their websites. If you want to combine your creative and technical skills, this might be a great career option. The salary is competitive and there are a lot of remote positions available. On top of that, it's possible to become a web designer with little to no experience. So, let's see what you have to do to start your web designer journey. The first thing is to develop the necessary skills. And this is not just about learning how to use different tools, but also about basic design principles and skills. Let's dig deeper into each of them. To get started, you will need to understand the basic principles of good design. That would include typography. The font is one of the elements that represents a business identity. It should match the site's overall design and layout. Most importantly, the font must be easy to read or visitors will find it hard to consume content and may eventually leave the website for good. Considering that, you need to know the characteristics of various fonts, such as their differences and how to choose the right size for the headings or body text. And if you are looking for tools, Google Fonts is a library of thousands of open-source font families and APIs you can use freely for web, Android, and iOS. The second principle is layout design. The layout has a significant influence on the effectiveness of a website design, as it's essential for creating a user-friendly experience. It helps visitors to easily navigate through a web page and allows you to direct them to the most important elements of a website. Next is color schemes. Understanding color psychology and applying an effective color scheme based on that can improve branding and user experience. For example, using a combination of black and gold can highlight the glamour of a luxury brand. On the other hand, using contrast colors can help viewers focus on specific elements of a web page. And the last one is user interface and user experience, also known as UI and UX. As a web designer, one of your main tasks is ensuring a website is accessible and functional. To do that, you have to be able to think like a designer. For example, you need to decide if placing a call to action button at the bottom left of the screen makes it easier for visitors to find it. Would they be able to easily click on it when accessing the website from their mobile phones? You have to ask yourself questions like that while designing in order to put yourself in the visitor's shoes and address their pain points. After learning the basic web design principles, continue working on your technical and soft skills. Technical aspects of web design involve a basic understanding of programming and site usability. Being a web designer who knows how to code will make you stand out in the eyes of employers or potential clients. To get started, consider learning Hypertext Markup Language or HTML. It's a language that provides instructions on how a site content and elements appear in the browser. The second coding language you need to learn is Cascading Style Sheets or CSS. It enables web designers to control the visual appearance of website, such as customizing its fonts, colors, backgrounds, and other visual elements. Next is JavaScript. This programming language enables web designers to apply interactive features to static website elements. For example, image slideshows, animated graphics, or interactive forms. In addition to these three languages, it's important to learn about responsive design. Web designers have to make sure that their websites are served optimally on different devices and screen types. The last technical skill you need to learn is search engine optimization or SEO. Apart from creating a visually stunning website, you need to ensure its structure, speed, and layout are well optimized. That's essential to help the site rank better on the search engine result pages and attract more traffic. And then, you should also develop your soft skills. They're important for your project's workflow and to maintain a good relationship with clients. There are at least 4 core soft skills you need to master. First, communication skills. To build a solid reputation and demonstrate professionalism, you will need to communicate effectively with clients and teammates. Second, collaboration. Whether you are in-house or freelance web designer, you will have to work with other professionals such as web developers and graphic designers. A web design project consists of multiple processes: planning, designing, developing, testing, and finally launching. Excellent collaboration skills will help you align all ideas and achieve the best results. Third, time management. This skill is especially important if you're working as a freelance web designer, as you will have to keep track of all projects. To ensure you meet all deadlines, you need to figure out how to plan an effective timeline for each project phase. Lastly, quality assurance. Having a keen eye for every detail of site's design is essential. Always be open to adjustments and improvements because that's how you create a future-proof product. Once you familiarize yourself with design principles and necessary skills, it's time to focus on web design tools. There are 4 types of tools that I recommend learning to streamline your design process. The first is visual design software. As you will be creating website graphics, you must be familiar with graphic design and photo editing tools. For example, Adobe Photoshop for creating responsive images and Adobe Illustrator for creating fonts and vector graphics. Second, prototyping tools. Most web designers develop prototypes using wireframing software like Figma and Sketch. These tools enable designers to easily outline the site's design, creating a first draft they can adjust later. This also helps detect flaws before submitting the final design, without spending a lot of time creating a high-fidelity design from the beginning. Next, a code editor. Some projects may require you to handle front-end coding. One of the most popular text editors for web designers is Brackets. Then, content management systems. Knowing how to use this type of platform will streamline your web designing workflow. With a CMS like WordPress or Drupal, you can focus on the front-end aspects of website development, like managing content and modifying its design. A degree in graphic design or web development can surely be a solid base for your web design career, but it's not a requirement. You can obtain web design certifications from online courses or join bootcamps to enhance your knowledge. Check platforms like FreeCodeCamp, Coursera, or Udemy for free and paid web design programs. Adobe also offers Adobe certification programs, as it's one of the most respected software developers in the web development and design industry. Being an Adobe certified designer can boost client trust. Certifications are also helpful during the rate negotiation phase. They show clients that your skills are acknowledged by a particular organization, helping to increase your rates. At this point, you have developed all the necessary skills to work as a web designer. Now let's jump right in and take the first steps in your professional career. It might be pretty challenging to find a web design job at first. I recommend starting by creating a simple website for your friends or family business or volunteering for local nonprofits. These small projects can be a great opportunity to practice everything you learned and sharpen your skills. It can also help you decide what area you want to specialize in. If you can't find anyone to help, don't worry, because there are other small projects you can do. There are actually lots of possibilities, but my suggestions are: create an SEO-friendly site. It's a great project to showcase your ability to make an accessible website that is indexable by search engine crawlers. In this project, you can implement the best website optimization practices and make the site responsive by employing your JavaScript and UX design skills. The next idea is to recreate Google's homepage. With this project, the main goal is to replicate all the UI elements of Google's homepage. This will require you to apply your UX design and coding knowledge, so it's a great way to showcase your skills. Another suggestion is to create a quiz game site. It's one of the most popular projects for beginner web designers and developers. You can start by creating a wireframe for the quiz app, then set up website style using HTML and CSS. After that, create JavaScript variables for interactive elements like the quizzes, questions, answers, and scores. Portfolios are the most effective tool to showcase your web design capabilities and experience and attract potential clients or employers. Your online portfolio must include your work history, skill set, the services you offer, and contact information. Actually, the act of creating your own website itself is an excellent opportunity to demonstrate your web design and development abilities. To learn how to create a portfolio website with WordPress, you can check out our other video here. Now it's time to market your services. There are various methods you can try out, such as setting up a professional profile. Create a professional profile on social networking websites like LinkedIn and Facebook. This can increase your visibility and help potential clients find you when searching for web design services. Don't forget to include a link to your portfolio site on your profile. Another way to promote yourself as a web designer is by attending networking events. Think about events like workshops, seminars, and conferences. You can expand your network, get noticed by potential clients or collaborators, and exchange knowledge with the fellow web designers. Also, join popular online communities. For example, Designer Hangout and Web Design Forum. Online forums like these are great marketing platforms for web designers. You can get involved in discussions, ask for tips and tricks, receive feedback, and stay on top of industry trends. And when you already have several clients, you can also offer a client referral program. Provide extra benefits for your clients like discounts on their next project if they recommend your service to their network. It's a great way to get new prospects, as a high-quality referral from existing clients can help you establish a solid reputation and gain authority. There are two career paths that you can choose as a web designer: working as an in-house web designer in a company or becoming a freelancer. If you prefer a flexible schedule and location, becoming a freelancer is probably your best bet. But if you prefer financial stability and regular client base, then a full-time position at a company or agency will suit you better. Whichever path you choose, the next step is applying for a web designer job. Start by looking up job listings on online job posting platforms like LinkedIn, Dribbble, and Glassdoor. Alternatively, visit the career pages of established companies and agencies, or offer your web design services on freelance platforms like Fiverr and 99 Designs. If you are working as a freelance web designer, create an agreement or contract for every job you get to ensure your services and payment terms are clear. Web design is a creative job, so you need a lot of web design references to get your creative juices flowing. Taking inspiration from other web designers or websites doesn't mean you should directly copy their ideas. It's more about getting to know how other people solved a similar problem or handled a particular situation. I recommend checking websites like Behance and Awards to get your daily dose of inspiration. With Behance, you can narrow your search for different categories such as creative fields, tools, and color. For example, you can filter your search to culinary arts created using Adobe Photoshop in the shade of red. On Awards, you can find some more experimental website designs. They may not be suitable for all industries, but it's great to see what is possible technologically. It's important to make sure that your design works. You should see how users interact with it and collect their feedback. This is where you need to do A/B testing. It's a process where you test two types of design and see which one gets the better results and directs visitors to the actions you want them to do. I recommend checking UI websites like Good UI to find web design ideas about what works and what doesn't. Web design is an ever-evolving industry, so it's critical to constantly adapt to current design trends. That way, you will be able to create impressive websites with modern functionality. Exploring web design news in blogs like Web Designer Depot or the web design section in industry-related publications like Wired, it's a great way to get regular dose of information. If you want to save time and want the news to come to you instead, consider subscribing to web design related publications or newsletters so you won't miss any of the latest trends. So, are you ready to kickstart your journey as a web designer? If you have further questions about how to become a web designer, don't hesitate to drop your questions in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about creating, managing, and growing a successful website, hit the subscribe button because we have many videos about it. Good luck and see you next time!